Okay, so welcome back everyone. Gonna be doing the rocker panels this episode. Gonna try to go, there's not really a whole lot to it, so it might be a short video. But yeah, I'll show you what I got done here and catch you up to speed with what's going on. So you can see on this side I've got it completely cut out and just a little bit of prep done, stuff to prep it a little more, get some of that rust off, and then I'm going to put some self-etching primer in there. Just helps stop the rust from spreading and what's ever left in there, because I'll never get it all out. But I haven't started this side, so I'll show you guys how I cut that out. I think this side's actually a lot worse, but yeah, it's a nice big hole there. But yeah, I'll show you what it's gonna look like. It's not really that hard, but I'll show you how I got a nice straight line on this one. You can see it's pretty much bang on, and what my technique is. Like I said, I've never done these before, but this is just how my brain wants to do it, so this is how we're gonna do it. But yeah, essentially, just gonna set you up here. So pretty much to mark it out, I took my pieces that were bent up, and you could see how I made these in the previous episode. I got a shop to bend these up, but I got the contours and everything that I needed to do it. This will work if you're just doing a patch panel too. But so yeah, pretty much set your piece up to where it's going to be. You might have to, like you can see it's really wonky right now. You might have to cut out the back piece, this back corner, because it curves out a little bit. And then once you have that cut out, you pretty much set it up here to where it needs to go. Make sure it's tight on the bottom, and then you just run your hold it up and run your Sharpie along, and that's your cut line. And I cut exactly on the Sharpie line, so it's a nice, like, perfect fit. Try not to cut on the outside of it, because, well, it'll be a lot bigger gap to fill. But yeah, I'm gonna get the other side cleaned up some more, and gonna start tacking it up and welding it in, which is gonna take really long because there's lots of tiny little tack welds in here. See pretty much what I got done here. I'm using a disc on my grinder that's like, it won't take away any metal. It's just takes away paint and rust. Yeah, just a stripping and cleaning dust is what it's called, or disc, sorry, is what it's called. So on the bottom, on the outside where I'm going to be welding, I put weld through primer. And then I'm still going to go over it again eventually with self-etching primer. And then on the inside, I put self-etching primer just to prevent any more rust from spreading or anything like that. And yeah, I wire wheeled it and used that grinding disc as much as I could. And you can see where it went along with the disc. So I'm ready for welding pretty much. Just have to let the self-etching dry, and while that's drying, I might go ahead and work on the other side. I'm also probably going to try to repair this. There's a little rusty corner here. I'll just cut out a piece and do down here before it gets worse than what it is. I'll do that after I get the rocker in. But yeah, I might just work on the other side. Also, forgot to, I didn't really film any of this, but I glued up, come on, focus, there we go. I glued up the rear brakes I just threw some high heat paint on there, and the first time I took it out, I never put the piston in far enough, and you can see the rotor seeing a little bit of heat, but it was a little hot. But I came back and readjusted it, and it's fine now. I also changed the rear diff oil, which the diff is leaking. You might have seen me looking up under there a little while ago, but I changed that out. I also put in new rear links. It's all pretty easy stuff, self-explanatory, but oh yeah. So the diff is welded in this. Come on, focus. The diff is welded in this, and I never welded it. I'm a welder by trade, and I wish I welded it, because this is what came off the magnetic drain plug. It's just unfused weld. So whoever welded it really did not know what they were doing, and I wish I changed the diff fluid sooner. But yeah, I mean, it's lasted this long, so should be fine now. Luckily that magnetic drain plug caught all that. But yeah, while that's drying, I'm gonna work on the other side probably, and hopefully I have enough self-etching primer, because it's getting pretty low. So you can see I already cut out this portion. All I did was take just a little scrap I had. I made when I bent my rocker panels, I made them quite a bit longer just to be safe. And yeah, I just butted up, seen where my line needed to be. Marked a couple spots because there's a gap between here, and then went across this way to make sure it was super accurate. And then yeah, once I had that piece cut out, I just butt up this piece, made sure it was super tight where it needed to be. The bottom felt good, it was tight against the lip there, and yeah, that's where it needs to be cut. So just have to cut the rest of this one out, do the same thing, prep it, throw some primer on it, and yeah, when I get to welding it, I'll show you guys that. Probably just do a time lapse or something, because it's pretty self-explanatory. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Like, this part from about here curves out, so I haven't planned for that yet, but we'll figure it out. I might just cut the rocker panel and bend it out or something, I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure it out when we get to it. So you might have seen that little quick time lapse there. I got the panel tacked on, and it's nice, and if it'll ever focus, yeah, there we go, nice and flush. You can see a really nice tight fit. It gets a little bit gappy back here, but just turn your welder down low and it'll be able to handle it. So this is what I was talking about on the rear. Sorry, just working off the ground here. You can see it overlaps. So what I'm gonna do, I think, it starts to, like, this starts to curve out this way, about right here. So I'll make a slit, just like a, maybe an angled slit or something, as opposed to a straight cut. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do an angled slit, and then I'll just bend this panel out more back here till it's tight, and then there'll be a gap here obviously where I put my slit, so then I'll just I say angled slit because if I have to put in a filler piece in that gap when I bend it out, I might not have to though, but if I have to, it'll just look cleaner instead of just like a straight cut and then stuck out. But we'll get to that when I deal with it. It's gonna be, might be a little tricky to cut, but yeah, so it looks really good. I like it a lot. I don't know why cameras having focusing problems today, but I mean, you don't really see the rocker panels anyway, but it's definitely better than the speed holes that were all over it, as well as just future rust prevention, so just help the car out now. This stuff sucks to weld under here. I don't know why it's just spitting at me. I think it might be because of that weld through primer, but it shouldn't be. Yeah, so I don't know if I can get a better view. You can kind of see it sticks out a bit there, maybe. But and back here, it's still really ugly. What I'm gonna do here is I'll have to take this wheel off, obviously, and you can see I left it a bit longer, but I'm gonna come up behind this piece right here. I'm gonna cut a new piece for this too eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna come up, cut this so it's straight down here. It'll probably be an angled into there, and then I'm gonna build oh, actually, sorry, not behind this piece. There's a behind this piece so that's not sticking out, but yeah, I'm gonna come in with a my grinder if I can fit it in there once I take the wheel off, and then just build down to it. Yeah, I don't think there was any drainage there or anything, but I'm just thinking now it should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do there. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera in there better, but build a plate down from that, and that'll be all closed off. Yeah, this is all I'm gonna do for today. The rest is really self-explanatory, I think. You just lots of little tiny tack welds and then grind them down and paint it, and yeah. Under here I might not do as many tack welds. I might do like an inch, and then I don't know, an inch, skip 4 inches, do an inch, skip 4 inches, and then I'm gonna seal it up with a silicone maybe, just because this stuff, I don't know, it doesn't like to be welded overhead, so it's just giving me problems. And I don't think it needs to be welded the whole way. I'm just gonna, like I said, silicone it. I also have, you can see, I have to fix that hole in the frame too. I'll be doing that too. Don't know if I'll do that on camera or not. It's fairly easy. It's pretty much the same as my rocker panel videos. Really just make a template and cut it out of steel. Just use, you know, cardboard. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'm cutting it kind of short because it's really hot out today. It's 32 Celsius and I'm just over it. But yeah, just a short video. The rockers aren't really that hard. You could see just sweat dripping down my forehead, but yeah. The rockers aren't really that hard. I mean, just cut them out and weld them in. I just kind of showed you the technique I used to get the right lines that you need, and the previous video showed how I bent them up and stuff. So yeah, car's coming along nicely. I have a checklist of what I need to do. There's not much, there's lots left to do, but in terms of getting it on the road, there's not a lot left to do. I have to seal part of the floor. I'm just looking at my list on the ground now. Finish up our rocker panels. Put the interior back in. I have the seats in. I just have to put in the seat belts and the side panels. I'm going to change out the transmission fluid too. I already did the diff fluid. Repair that hole in the frame I showed you guys earlier. And yeah, just change the oil. And I have a small drain leak, small oil drain leak. So I'm going to fix that too while I'm changing the oil. And that's pretty much it. Besides, body work and stuff, but I'm not too worried about that. I just want to get driving the car at this point, so I can do body work at another time. Maybe get rid of these ugly fenders too, because they're hard to find though. I can't find any clean fenders but yeah, that's it for today. So have a good day and see you in the next one.